Can't Dodge the Smoke presents Talk Up the Tings. You get me? First episode. I'm your host of the show, Narst. Our first guest today, very special guest, very special. Not only have I done music with him, Showdown Radio, he's toured the country performing, he's got underground hit records, chart records. This guy's, you know, been a heavy influence on a lot of people in the music industry. I know him personally, and as a brother, we grew from the music industry. I want to shout out my man, Roachee.
Big up yourself, my brother.
Each and every time, come on. What are you telling me, Roach? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, you know, Narst.
Yeah.
It's been a good journey up here, good connecting. Obviously, like you said, man, you're one of my dogs. Someone I also rate musically.
100%.
So when you shout at me like, Roach, let's have a sit down.
Let's have a sit down.
I'm like, let's have a sit down.
It's needed as well.
Let's have a sit down.
We talk away from music
backstage,
as well.
we talk backstage a lot, behind the scenes, chopping it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said to Dirty Skanks the other day, man. Iron sharpens iron. Your brother we've been sharpening together. You know what I mean for years. Whether it's on the craft, whether it's on just real life.
We're always
come on, man. Narst is my
making
dog.
It
So
happen.
come on.
Love every time, Roach.
You really know.
Tell the people then, Roachee, how you got the name Roachee?
I got a cousin in the ends who's a bad man called Roachee.
Okay.
He's older.
So you was like little
I was little Roachee, basically.
Yeah.
If it weren't for him,
Young Roach.
man couldn't even probably have moved around Poplar, Limehouse and Bow the way man was moving. So big up Roachee, big up Chris,
See?
big cuz.
Swear down.
Wherever you're there.
That's crazy. Imagine that. I would never have known there was an older Roachee.
Yeah, he's the original, man.
Oh, there was an original Roach.
Yeah, he was Roach. That was the name.
Okay.
And I think True Man, because our surname's Roach, innit? My whole family, that side of the family, our surname's Roach. So
yeah.
True Man's Richard Roach. It's like after time, people was like, "You're Roachee as well." What do you mean?
Yeah.
So I think I don't even know if I asked my older cousin. Can I run with it? Is it alright, man?
Yeah.
Use Roachee as well. I don't even know if man asked him, but I think he started to hear like, "What? You're doing the Roachee thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, come on."
Yeah. So you was left to carry the wave.
Basically.
And you've represented it well as well.
I hope so.
Because it's out there now. I didn't know the first Roach.
Yeah.
I didn't know you. You get me? So you've done a lot, and you've made and you've done it in a big way as well.
But then man done a lot locally. My dad, my uncles, and my cousin. Yeah, they put the name on the map locally. But yeah, I've took it across the UK.
So what was it like for you, Roach? In was it Bow? Growing up in Bow?
Isle of Dogs to be exact.
Isle of Dogs to be exact.
That's
Isle of Dogs, yeah.
Where man come up, but it's like it's a stone throw from Bow. And my nan lives in Bow, and there's other family in Bow, so man was in Bow a lot.
Yeah. But
man came up in that Shower Hamlets, man. Man was over that side.
There's a couple things I heard through the grapevine about certain things involving postmen. Postmen were getting
yeah, I remember you said this the other day.
There was something I heard about that. Do you want to clear that up? Because that was a real rumour in the streets.
Wow.
Something about a chefing with a postman. So yeah, man, from the streets, innit? What was that? Was that true or false?
Nah, it was false.
False.
Man didn't chef no postman.
No one.
Nah, we did a lot of moves, but a postman, unfortunately, we couldn't find him.
We couldn't find him.
Like, man would have wanted that bread, whatever he's got.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it because I think it was around the time obviously he was incarcerated.
Yes, people must have thought that's what man went for. It weren't for that, man.
It weren't for that.
No, we did an Aggie burglary and it all went Pete Tong.
It all went a bit mad.
Had to go and sit down.
So obviously from the streets, active. Were you saying heavily active in the streets them times?
You could say so. You know, we're looking for the money. You
Getting the bag.
Looking for the money. So when you're doing all that Narst.
Yeah.
From the age of 15 to 20, me and my lot were just out there. We're just from street robs, phone robberies, anything.
So
anything.
At some point, you, from the streets to the music, what was the transition? How did you make that transition?
See, for me, Narst, it felt like everything was hand in hand. It felt like the music came around 16, 17. Man was in Juvenile Crew. I don't think you heard of them. And the man was in Bomb Squad, another crew.
Okay.
You might have heard of Bomb Squad.
I've heard of Bomb Squad.
Because after we kind of left Bomb Squad, or the younger generation under us from the Isle of Dogs took it. I don't know if you know Hat Baker now.
Yeah.
Swift Leng. He was Swift Leng once upon a time, and there was a load of MCs in that.
What
crew,
about All in One and Trooper and them not?
Nah, they was more Roman. They're more Roman Road Bow. Yeah,
okay.
So they're more with Stamina and Soul Large and Merkston.
I shout out them man as well. Them man, my peoples as well. Big up Soul Large. Big up Stamina. Big up Stutter as well. You still chat to Stutter?
Listen, let me put this out there. You see, if it weren't for Stutter, we wouldn't have Rock Material Volume 1.
Yeah, shout out Stutter. What you saying? That's your man.
Stutter is one of my top. Listen, if it weren't for, I come out of the jail last year.
Yeah, no, Stutter's he's a good man.
Real good brother.
He's a good brother. I know that.
Nothing but love for him. But I came out of jail last 2008 August, and I think I went to Buck Strider and went to one show probably within the first week, and he's come with Stutter. I remember Stutter from before, from Conk. I think me and him done a bit of business actually. And I remembered him and I was like, I like this guy. This guy was a good guy. And we've gone to a show with Strider in the West End, and I'm fresh out. Probably been out a week. I'm looking around. I'm feeling, I'm feeling a bit uneasy.
Yeah.
Everything moving fast. Stutter's there like, Roachee, were you on?
Yeah.
Bare high energies, and I'm
was this when you done the tune with Strider?
This is before that.
This is before that.
This is a week. Man just trying to find out what's going on. Man, no tunes yet.
Okay, yeah.
Stutter's in there, we're chatting and that. He took my number, like, yo, nice to see you on Rev. I don't know him that well. I just know him just a little bit from before.
Yeah.
Next morning, he's rang me in the morning. Yo, Roach, Stutter. I'm like, oh, what going, fam?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm coming to get you now. We're gonna go Lakeside. I said, Lakeside, what for?
Shopping.
No, it's a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know him that well, bro.
Yeah.
He came outside my yard. I'll never forget. He came outside my yard.
He just wanted to splash with you.
He had a rack.
Yeah.
He counted it in the car. He gave me $5.
Yeah.
He took $5 and went shopping. I couldn't believe. I didn't know him.
Yeah.
I didn't know him that well.
Yeah.
And from that day, I've had nothing but love for him.
No.
I'll do anything for Stutter. And man went to his he had a studio in the back of his yard, and he gave me the keys. He gave me the keys and said, record what you want.
I've been there. That was a lot of good music come from that studio.
The Rap Squad lot were up in there.
Was that with Ching? Is that the one in Ching?
Yeah.
Yeah, I slid through there a couple of times as well.
That's why I done Rock Material Volume 1. Stutter gave me the key. I was there morning, noon and night just trying to do it. I don't think I'd have done it.
Hits.
Like, I wouldn't have done it if it weren't for Stutter.
Yeah, that's big up Stutter, man, every time, you get me. So with the music, in Bowl, there's bare talent. You get me? There's bare talent in Bowl. What was that like? Was it competitive for you, or Definitely. Was it more motivation? What?
It was both.
It was both.
It was both. I mean, come on, man. Like I was saying to Jeddah the other day, big up Jeddah, because I done a little interview with Jeddah as well. And I was talking about being in school and looking on the flipping the TV and seeing Pay As You Go doing champagne dance, Don P singing Wiley with the doggy hat. Oh, it's the paper boy. I'm in the director. I'm 15 these times, looking at the screen saying, these man. Hard.
Yeah.
Hard, like, I'm thinking, I ain't really seen black man like these man, like, in the area, this confident and doing their thing.
So saying that, is it like, what, is Wiley like one of the inspirations for your music?
For me, definitely.
Coming up?
Yes.
Who else?
Nasty Crew, Pay As You Go.
Nasty Crew, big up Nasty Crew as well.
So Solid Crew. So Solid Crew, the first group that I saw.
Yeah.
Before anyone.
With a video. They had that
with a big afro out.
Big afro, Romeo. Them man were moving different, you know, bro.
TTs.
Bruv, my man was. They all had like them colour, them contact lens eyes.
Yeah, cash. Come on, bro.
Nobody would have left their girl around Romeo when they done that video.
Nah. Or Harvey.
Yeah. None of them. Romeo was worse. Cause he come out with that mad leather jacket. Like, Romeo done. Yeah, moving like one of them dons from Love Island, like from early.
Done. Romeo was the done.
Yeah, Romeo was the done, and he still is up to this day.
Come on, and big up Nathan. That's his brother. That's my dog as well. I ain't seen for many years, but big up Nathan, man.
Yeah, big up the So Solid crew as well, man.
Big inspirations. All of them crews there.
So. You said that you was a young boy, about 15 years old, looking at Wiley on the screen. Man. And then how did it feel? Because you actually met Wiley and you become Roll Deep, if I'm correct me if I'm
wrong. Like a few years later now, man's in college, probably about 18 now. Man spitting, we're doing the pirate radios, we're on Flavour FM, big up Randy C and Goose.
Yeah.
You get me? We're doing Flavour, we're doing
shout out Randy C, Flavour FM all day long.
Yeah, when it was in Canning Town, when it was in Angel, when it was in Camden, we're going everywhere, we're paying our £20, you get me?
Yeah.
Big up Bomb Squad, because that's who it was at the time, DJ Quincy, Darkwing, all them man there. Yeah, we're shelling, man, and I think over time, Will started to hear about all the man I'm MCing with. Yeah. Brought in a couple man. He heard when I'm here, and he heard me spitting when I'm here, because I'm going radio with all them man. I'm spitting when I'm here.
So you wasn't, see, this is new to me, so you wasn't a part of Roll Deep when they done When I'm Here?
No, of course I wasn't. That's my lyric.
Yeah.
But that's not how it all come about. It come about because man spitting with my crew, Bomb Squad. Yeah. Wiley seen Trim and like, Trim, I want him. Took Trim. I think Trim sending for Storming. You know,
Wiley don't play games. He's always like days by your neck. Soon as he hears it,
he takes someone. But he can see the energy.
He wants to see the energy. Yeah.
So obviously,
He wants to claim you.
Come on. So we're going hard. We're on the radios.
Yeah.
And obviously, he's heard me spitting when I'm here.
Yeah.
He liked the lyric.
Yeah.
He remixed it. That Bus Man.
Okay.
That Bus Man. Before When I'm Here tune, Wiley had a When I'm Here lyric, and he was spraying it on radio. Just that Roach When I'm Here. It's like a 32. It was on the 8. Remember on When I'm Here, it's only 8 bars.
Is this before you lot done the video?
Before. Wiley's done remixed the bar, done a 32. He's spraying it all the time on radio before When I made the tune. That Bus Man.
Okay.
That. You get me? That's when I started. The name started going about.
Roachee.
Right.
Roachee's here.
Yeah, he's busting me, and then like after a while, Bionics. I was doing business with Bionics.
Bionics a DJ.
He was a DJ, but Mum was doing business with him at the time.
Yeah.
And one day we're in studio on Leroy Street, and he's like, Roach has got to be in Roll Deep. Roach has got to be in Roll Deep. And he's like, yeah, come on, Roach, come on.
Yeah.
And from that day, big up Bio, I was in Roll Deep, and then from there we started doing all the Creeper volume ones, all them creepers. You know, and then we made In at the Deep End, and I managed to get, I was only on one tune on the album, and that was When I'm Here. When I'm Here. Like one of the.
But that was the biggest tune on the album.
Our single that was pushed.
I feel like that was one of the singles that they put marketing strategies into.
Man.
Again, big up Roachee, man, every time, because that tune there, big hit. You get me?
Yeah,
When I'm Here, up to now, still a hit.
Done a lot for man.
Yeah,
done a lot 100%. For man. It's a shame that man had to go and sit down directly, like almost 4 months after the thing's beating on the airwaves.
Yeah,
it was a shame, you know what I mean? Because I'll never forget it. We only got a little rack. I say a little rack of sand, but at that time it was a big rack of sand. I think man was 19. They gave man a rack. Big up Danny Weed. Come to the courts, put the rack in my hand.
Yeah,
cash.
These times a rack's like a mill. It's like a mill. When we all get that rack when we're young, we all try our hardest to hold on to it and not spend it.
Come on, no paperwork.
Because you want to wake up with that rack.
Yeah.
But you can't, because it's the only piece of paperwork. You get me? But go on.
But I was a generous youth, that rack got shared because I was around generous. Like, come on, when you're with the man and you're all struggling, any money we get is out. Like, we're sharing. So I think that rack, it got shared. It probably didn't last very long, so we're still on it, man. We're still out there. We're still doing what we've got to do. Like, the money's not coming thick and fast enough from the music.
Yeah.
So whatever else is happening is happening.
You got to do what you got to do on the side to get your
basically. But I don't think that we did. I think it was greed for car and for money and for like clothes.
Talk up the things.
If I'm totally honest, a rack of sand you can do a lot. You can put that down. You can feed yourself for how long, how many weeks.
Right.
You can buy some clothes and a trainers.
Yeah.
And you can wait for the next.
Wait for the next.
Because the way man's running through the paper.
You're running through it. Because you feel you're in the fast lane in London.
In the fast lane.
Everybody's in the fast lane, and it's a lot of competition, especially with the Instagram now. People are chasing what they feel they have to present themselves to be.
100%.
So they see things and they're like, nah, my man's over there, he's doing the most.
100%.
But these times behind the scenes, he's not really, but he's just took that picture and he weak minds are easily misled, easily influenced. And you said as well, a generous man is a sharing man. Is that what I heard you just say just now as well? Yeah, touch on that as well. What do you mean by that?
From a young youth, Narst.
Yeah,
man's just been a loving you. I don't think I was even meant to be on the roads or any of that.
Yeah,
I don't think that's meant to be man's journey.
Right.
But you live where you live, you grow up where you grow up. You get involved. I don't think I was brave enough to have gone to college and uni. I went to college.
Yeah.
But I don't think I was brave enough to say, you know what? Nah, this is not my thing. I want to do my own thing. I want to go college. I want to go uni. I want to go down the legit route. I wasn't brave enough. I said, nah, I got to be this. I got to be with whatever's going on out there. It's easier. Man can survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So man was a part of whatever was going on really. And even when I'm in or doing what we're doing, my brain is saying, I don't think we should be doing this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm smarter than all of this.
Right.
But
you're being a tough guy.
Man's just being.
Sometimes you don't need to be portrayed a tough guy.
Yeah,
you could just be yourself.
Yes, when I say like generous, man's always had a lot of love to give.
Yeah.
Like, you get me. Like, if you're my friend, you're my friend. You're my brother.
The hood kind of teaches you to be tough, where you can't express how you feel.
100%, especially nowadays. Especially nowadays.
I think always. I think it's always been like that. Like at certain points, like you might, you might feel like the need to be generous or want to give to someone. But or even like crying, crying. Sometimes it's like people say you can't. You say it's vulnerable and a weakness for a man, but I don't it's everyone's different, and I feel like a real man doesn't care about what people think. 100%. You get me? And it's about just.
And it takes time to get there to own who you are and be who you are and love who you are and not worry about what anyone else thinks of you because it doesn't even matter. Right. And I think Don Strapsy said it about a man shedding tears. He said, behind closed doors, he shed tears, but that's no one's business. I ain't got to be out here.
It's no one's business.
It happens. Men cry. You know, people we go through serious things where we're from.
100%.
Serious things.
100%.
So yeah, when I say generous, man was just a loving you, man. If I had £1, you'd have 50p.
Have 50 pence.
Yeah, and
that's real.
That was for some of my friends as well.
That's
If they
real.
had £1, I'd have 50p.
That's real.
That's it.
That's real.
We ain't got nothing. So we yeah, and man's tried to carry that, but a lot's happened out here. So man hasn't always been the same loving, generous, caring guy because the streets are nasty and there's a lot of horrible stuff happening. So man's had some dark years as well, man. Where man's like, I don't give a fuck about nothing or no one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man's back to how I was when I was young now. I feel like I've been fighting to get back to
reboot yourself.
My core, my spirit.
Be at one with yourself.
This is it, bro. Anything that's been adopted by the streets, man, trying to get that back off and get
I feel like once you understand your purpose in life and you're like you said, at one with yourself, and comfortable and understand like who you are and what you're, you know, without trying to force or portray a certain lifestyle, I feel like that's when life is easier for you.
Much easier, man.
And life is more happy. You become more happy.
Live your truth, man.
Live your truth.
Bullshit.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean?
No, facts. All
Live
facts,
your
bro.
truth. It's better. You wake up smiling and happy. You know what I mean?
Facts. Roach, so what's some of your like biggest challenges like through like coming up from East London? What's been some of your biggest challenges?
I think almost losing my life at a very young age. I got stabbed at 15.
Okay.
I guess that one kind of changed and shaped the way. I think that made me very angry. I think the Roachee that you lot end up seeing at 18, 19 was that angry Roachee that's been through so much in schooling or whatever else. And by the time I got to 18, 19, I've got the flicky on me and I'm just angry.
You're angry.
I'm just angry. I say that was probably a big challenge. I'd say maybe just some bullshit that happened in the area with maybe not even myself, maybe my brothers, my siblings. I found that difficult.
How could you have avoided rolling with a knife at that age? Do you feel? Well, if there was anything to stop you from taking your anger out on other people, what would it have been?
I think Narst, at that time, we say it all the time. At that time, man didn't have many older people speaking and saying stuff to us. They wasn't saying the right things to us.
So there wasn't enough guidance.
Not really.
Yeah, I hear that.
Father weren't around.
Yeah.
There's no big brothers, and anyone who is 5 years man's junior is not saying the right things. If I'm honest,
they're probably acting the same age as you.
Probably.
Yeah. They're doing the same thing that you're on.
Mad.
And trying to make you do certain things.
So man, I have to really big up the people like Wiley and them, man, because they were the role models without even knowing it. The musicians,
no, absolutely,
the guys doing the music, the guys, they were the positive guys. We didn't even know it.
Absolutely,
they were the positive guys. They were the ones who were not trying to, you know, they were cool. Like the Wileys, the Flowdowns, the Scratchies. These are cool guys. These are cool guys. MCing.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize it. They helped man a lot.
So, you saying that Wiley being a you know, pretty much like a role model.
Yeah.
Is that because, would you say then the music kind of saved you as well?
I would say
from the streets, the music kind of saved you.
I would say back then, between 15 and 20 years old, me and my group, I'll speak for myself, I was lost.
Right.
Lost child, don't know what.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
If someone asked you why you carried out a certain situation now, you couldn't tell them why.
Nah.
Right, so that's lost, yeah.
Yeah, man was lost. Man don't know what we were doing.
Lost, yeah.
We just know we want money. We don't care who. No one's getting in our way, basically. Yeah, there's no guidance. No, we don't know nothing. We don't know much about the world. We don't know much about this. We were misinformed. There's no information.
Misinformed. 100%.
Yeah, so we're just doing anything. And I think that what could have helped us at the time was just some guidance.
We touched on something earlier.
Yeah.
You know, about role models, and you know, kids in the street today. We felt like there isn't enough guidance for them. And where are the role models?
Where are they, man?
Where are they?
We're searching high and low.
Yeah, we're searching.
We've got a lot more today. Thank God, we've got a lot more guys who are actually consciously trying to do something for the guys underneath them. Because I do feel a lot of guys 30 plus are very individual in their journey. No, it's my life. I don't need to. You know, we're not thinking collectively. Like you know, us as a community, we need to sort this out. I don't really see too many, man. There's guys out there that do some great work, like Respect.
And what's his? I see you with him as well. You've been running Carla.
Akala, you know, and there's so many others.
So many others,
but there's so many man who are actively not doing anything, and
that people who have the position and don't utilize it to the positive.
I wish they would, but you know what it is? I think everything takes time, and in time, some of those guys will be able to do something for their communities or for themselves, because ultimately, if they're in that community, then their children are going to grow up in the communities, and then they're going to do something.
It's going to be it's like a vicious cycle,
right? But I just feel like we need. I feel like at the moment when I look at the black community, there's a lot more we could be doing to better the community. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to stay like this. Yeah. There can be small changes that we could do that can make some small improvements over the next 5-10 years. If we've got a 10-year plan, we sit down and say, just small things, small things. You know, set up some businesses where less and less young people get involved in crime, and they bring back.
Do you think the youth clubs, if we brought back youth clubs? If the government brought back the youth clubs,
with the right people in them as well, with the right youth workers,
the right managers and the right youth workers,
the right mentors,
the right mentors,
yes, the right mentors in there, because I've got man coming out of jail now all the time, from Tottenham, Wood Green, and all over the place, who are saying like, we want to get involved. I'm like, you lot are the perfect people, because they were some wicked.
Time changes. I want to ask you this, Roach. Time changes. So you see, in our days when we had the youth clubs, we didn't really have rival gangs that had like different colours. Right. That was representing different colours.
But you lot doing the green thing, innit?
We was doing green, but we was doing green after youth club days.
Right.
Yeah. That's the truth. So youth club was all about at that time smoking, weed, linking gal. Yeah. You know, them times there I couldn't even let my mum know I was smoking weed. I come in my yard and my eyes are red, and when I'm knocking on the door, I'm just like, trying to just pass my mum, and I don't want her to see, man. Them days, but that was the youth club days. But nowadays, like the generation of guys that age, I feel like they're a bit more reckless. They're more heavy in the streets and more violent and more dealing with gang culture.
Where have they learned all this from, though? Where have they learned it all from?
Right. Obviously, we can't. There's loads of influences, negative influences that negative people will gravitate towards, because that's how they're feeling, 100%. and like you said, you was angry. There's a lot of angry kids that will find they're not going to sit there and listen to Britney Spears or Ed Sheeran. They're gonna find the drillers and the trappers, because they can relate to it. But again, so in the youth clubs nowadays, do you think it would help these kids who are running around with knives?
For one, do youth clubs even proper exist nowadays?
No, I'm saying if they brought it back.
So there's a few out there, and big up the ones that are out there. But if they did bring it back, what's the question? Do I feel like
do you think the youth would help them, or do you think it would be a target point, basically?
I think it depends who's inside those youth clubs. Is there 4 powerful brothers in there? Is there 4 powerful men up in there? 5 men or all women? Are there youth workers and mentors in there that actually are making change? That when you come in as a 17-year-old with your knife in your pocket, you don't know nothing about the world, you can't see any opportunities. Those people present opportunities to you and let you know that your life can be much more than this. You don't have to go and kill some youth from over there for reasons you don't know. Yeah. If those people are there, I believe change can be made. Yeah.
Change can be made. 100%. So you being, we're going to talk about this a bit later. But I know that you've been working on projects and doing your bit, and you're doing your bit. So would you recommend bringing back youth clubs to help the youth?
I would recommend it. I think it's very important, and I would get certain key players from certain areas
to be up yourself.
Yeah,
you're handpicked.
Roadmen, ex-roadmen,
ex-roadmen,
bad boys, proper quingers, because they're the real ones. Like I met quingers now that have caught bodies. They're out there saying, "Bro, how do we help? How do we help? I've just done 10 years in jail. I don't want these youths to go and do that. It's been hard in jail. Yeah, no one sent me money. Yeah, there's real struggles. Like
facts.
And they're like, how do I help? Because young people are gonna go through what I went through, fam. And I'm like, bro, this is
you can't have a man coming from the city or the country lanes.
We don't want to
trying to tell you, or just there for a paycheck.
The man them have to be there.
The man them have to be there.
The man them can help the man them. Yeah, the man them can help the man them. And if you're, because this problem does affect us a lot. And if you're our black man who cares about our people, then I think we can just do. It doesn't have to be like this, basically.
Right, and also if it's the ex, you call them road member, ex, like you know, whatever, people that were wrongly influenced by crime or whatever, or committing crime, same thing. But certain man, I just don't like using that word, that road man word.
No, that's fair enough, man. I'm just using terms.
No, it's calm. But
they're men, they're people, they're humans, they're human beings, they're people that have just been, you know, we've all been misled.
They'll be able to identify the ringleaders, like the ones who are, you know, corrupting the team, like the little groups. They'll attack the team, because if you strike the wolf, the sheep scatter.
Yeah.
100%. With these other people that don't have no experience in what they're working for, or any real motive to change.
Yeah, they've got the passion. They don't want to change it how we want to change it. They've got no lived experience.
They ain't lived the experience.
So how are you going to come around and be able to mentor me?
How are you going to be able to come around and mentor me?
It's not going to work.
Exactly.
It's going to have people who have got lived experience are going to be able to help us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they understand the complexities of this and of this madness that we're in.
Madness.
It's real madness that we're in.
And they have real fight, like you said.
Yeah,
passion.
they want it. They don't want you to go through it as a young black.
They want to go home to their missus and feel like I've saved
something.
I've
things
saved
are getting
someone.
better for us.
Things are getting better.
Yeah, because when we're having children,
right,
things are going to be better for them as well, because the society is getting better.
Right.
Because look where we're living. It doesn't have to be like that, as bad as it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I look at the other communities and I say, how come they're not fighting the way we are?
Right.
The Indian man is over here. He came after us.
After us, yeah, cool.
Why? And there's problems everywhere in all communities, but we must try and do what we can about ours, man.
So you're passionate about changing the communities that I've like.
I'm a community man, 100%.
Communities.
Yeah. I've got 2 kids. I've got a 10-year-old son. He's
right.
It's dangerous out there, my guy. It's dangerous.
So how do you feel as a father then? A black father.
Petrified. What can you do?
You know.
Listen, I've been to so many funerals. I went to one in January, and I saw all the little kids there and the family there, and I saw the grandma there, and the grandma was the way the grandma was crying at the top, you know, when it's like the high note, it's coming from the soul.
It's coming from the soul.
I said to myself, how many times do I have to hear this kind of high pitched cry? The pain when we're throwing mud on how many youths? Some of these youths ain't even 16. Some of them not even 18. How many times am I throwing gravel on a baby?
Bro, I'll tell you a little story, bro. It's not quickly. Do you know what's crazy, right? I don't know if anyone else is like this. When bro died, I lost a 6, I lost Nico. Anytime someone talks about a situation like that, it automatically brings it up.
Of course, I knew it would as well.
In a nutshell.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good, my bro. But in a nutshell, I remember I couldn't even throw dirt on him, you know.
Bro, that was a hard day for me.
I couldn't even throw dirt, bro. I thought, in a way, I wanted to attack the people that was throwing dirt on him, bro. But it's like, I'm not used to this funeral life or just this kind of, you know. I'm the type of guy, like, I'll show up late to the funerals, even if it's family. I don't come dressed for the occasion.
Right.
You know, I'm that guy. I just pull up.
It's difficult. It's a difficult day.
You know.
I know some people that don't even go to funerals. It's too difficult for them.
Right.
They don't even bother.
Right. So when I was there, it was weird. It was really weird, you know. So again, I couldn't throw dirt on him. I don't know if anyone else has felt like that. It's a respect thing to do, but I see all my cousins and that doing it, and I couldn't do it, bro.
No, of course.
I just couldn't do it.
I think each to their own. I think at funerals, like, you can't judge no man. I've been to funerals and I've seen man just roll up there in his tracksuit. And I said, no one can't tell him nothing.
I'm that guy.
No one can't tell him nothing. He needs to be comfortable. Like, people need to just come how they can come.
Don't try to tell me it's all white attire.
No.
I'm coming.
We're coming because this is a pain day. It's a difficult day.
Let me be comfortable and wear.
And I get it.
The respect is that I've come there. Do you get what I'm saying?
It, my bro.
And I respect that enough, man. I don't need to, because I was doing that road, like, it was in Manor Park. You're not from Manor Park, but I was in Manor Park when who was it? It was Warren died. You get me? But I was doing road so bad that I got the call and someone said, yeah, you know, it's Warren's funeral today, and I'm with Sub. It's me and Sub. We're doing that road. A man just flew over there, and everyone's in their tie. We're just bopped in like 2 bait road on.
But you come to pay your respect.
I've come to pay my respects, bro. So yeah, man. Again, you get me. So that's what it gets like that sometimes. It's about mind over matter.
100%.
You get what I'm saying in those situations.
But even to touch on what I was saying earlier, about, you know, there's not enough people that are in positions that could do something. They're not doing something. And I was saying it just takes time. our situation is so deep and complex. Not even all of us understand it properly.
Right.
You know, not even all of us understand how deep it is and how much it's affecting our community. Some of us don't know the stats.
Right.
Some of us don't know how many people are in prison up and down the country.
Yeah.
We don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of not a lot of people are doing the research. So we're just thinking, is it really that bad though? I'm seeing the chefings and but it is that bad. It is that bad. It's worse than we believe, man.
And I don't like touching on the race card.
Yeah.
But what I see is a lot is black on black crime on the internet. With the chefings. And I know that, I don't know for sure because I don't see it, but surely it must happen in other races.
It does.
But it don't get glorified.
No, it don't.
It doesn't get glorified. And we see it a lot. So touching on that, how do you feel about that, Roach? Do you think it's because people like to glamorize these things or?
Yeah, so the music scene, predominantly, we it's our thing, you know.
Yeah.
The blacks, black people, we do music. And like you said, there's issues in all communities. You know, the white man are fighting, the Indian man, you know, Turks, Albanians, everyone's got problems.
Everyone has a poison.
Yeah, and everyone's got their issues with each other.
I'd say the whites is pedophilia. I think ours is the black on black crime with the stabbing, shootings.
Right.
Indians, I don't know. Chinese, I don't know what they do. You get what I'm saying? But from what I can see,
if we're just going to talk about conflict, yeah. Everyone has conflict. Everyone has conflict. Yeah. Like you can go to Scotland and talk about the knife crime in Scotland, and this is white on white.
White on white.
It's crazy. We don't get these stats. We don't get the stats. No, we don't get.
But why though? Why do you think that is though?
I think it's because, like you said, I think like the media, like, this is a conspiracy, but people would say that the media is continuously pushing our thing to keep us maybe in a certain position. Most
of my information, I'm not gonna lie, I'm heavy on the gram. I'm heavy on the gram. That's where I get most of my information. My missus tells me, like, you need to get a life. But obviously the gram for me right now, I make money from it. The gram, right. You get me? So I could say that the gram is my life. I use it as a marketing tool.
Come on.
And I use it for entertainment as well. But
news,
information and all these things. So yeah, on a day-to-day basis, I'll be scrolling as you do, and then you'll see like this guy chefings, you know.
And it's usually a black guy.
But it could be just because that's our culture and that's who we're following. We're in that world.
Sometimes I think to myself, is it our culture to be doing this? Because like I said, remember I told you I went to the Gambia,
right?
And I realised I didn't see anybody like. I didn't see black youths rolling in groups of 8s or 10s,
right,
looking to catch other black youths and kill them. Right. That wasn't happening there. It was all about welcome home, brother. Yeah. How are you? Come and eat rice.
Do they have grime over there?
They don't have grime.
Right. There's a reason why, and they don't have probably UK. Well, they do, but it's influenced by us. The drill.
So basically, it's like you're answering your question for yourself. Then you're saying that the music is causing us all these problems.
We spoke about this, and you even said to me. It is. It's one of the keys. Part of it. I think it's a big part of it. I don't think it's the only. Yeah. But I think it's a part of it. If you're gonna continuously, like, I'm talking like 365. We've got members of our community talking about just killing, ruthlessly murdering other members of the public. Right.
365.
365.
365. We don't have no breaks. No days off. That is
the like main source of music right now. Murder, guns, drugs, sex, violence, all of these things, and toxicness as well. And this is when you know it's deep. I'm glad I'm talking to you about this, Roach, because you're a man of a lot of sense. You get me? And when we talk, we always end up here anyway.
Yeah.
This is what we're like. So it's like, I think the way the music is, it's getting worse and worse and getting more forbidden, because now what we have is you have artists that I've realised that you have artists talking about like glorifying toxic behaviour.
Yeah.
You get me? And the girls are like they love it. They're loving it.
They love the darkness and the badness.
They love the darkness and the badness, bro.
Badness.
Like, imagine that. Like, so I feel like right now the good guys don't have a chance, bro. This is why the good guy and look, and saying this is why the good guys try to act bad, because all of the attention is with the top.
It's with the bad boys.
But how it looks, it's like I could be the nicest guy, but this influence of this wave of drill, toxicness, grime, and the girls love it. The money's over there. It's like, it just seems like everything. So I'm gonna, risk all of the blessings that I have to be a gentleman and a thorough guy, to portray myself to be like that, because I feel like that's what it is. I think a lot of kids are misled like that.
100%, man. It's a shame. It's a shame when you see it like you said, the gentleman. There's no room for the gentleman today. The lady will laugh at you.
They laugh at you. Oh, she opened the door. You open the door, and she's like,
no.
She's like busting up at
She
you.
wants to be treated a little bit bad. She wants to be like, you know.
But this is what I'm saying. But even me though, I'm not no. You know, I feel as if like I've always been that way anyway. I'll be honest, like.
What, a gentleman?
I only grew to be. I had to grow to be a gentleman.
You had to learn.
If I come up in now and said I was a gentleman, there'll be 1,000 like they'd be laughing.
Getting upset with you, like, girl, get like.
They'll be like, get out of here, you lie, little like. Stop lying to this. Stop lying. No, I was toxic.
Right.
I was the toxic guy, but
takes a man to admit it though.
I'll be honest. I was toxic. I was so toxic. You know, like now I can see it and I can understand that people are promoting this thing. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, listen, you kids don't want to be toxic, because if you're in a relationship, right, the toxicness will affect your mental health.
100%.
You know, it will affect it will raise your stress. You know, and stress is not good for you. It's not good for you. So I just want to touch on that. So like, I remember when I got kids, right? I've been in situations where toxic things are occurring, and you know, it puts so much pressure on me, and I'm unable to do what I need to do because there's this atmosphere. I mean, there's this energy and bad vibes around me. That's disallowing me to you know get on with my day-to-day business,
100%.
with my business, with my team. I'm unable to connect with people the way I need to.
100%.
I'm unable to act a certain way. So
impact
and it's toxicness. Everything. So these men are running around throwing that word out there, Roach, like it's for banter, bro. It's not. You don't want to be toxic. That's the message.
They don't know the implications. They don't know the future implications that some of these things that they're doing today is gonna have on them in the future. Right, they don't realize how people are gonna start looking at them. Because look at we put out there when we were young that we're bad, we'll do this, we'll kill you.
Right.
5 years later, like when I come out of jail and I'm trying to get working or I'm trying to do certain things, people looking at me, but ain't you the bad guy?
Ain't you the bad guy?
Ain't you the bad guy? Just want to kill everyone, stab everyone thing, and I'm like, oh, that guy, nah, I'm not him anymore. Can I get a chance in society? And they're like, nah, you're that guy.
Yeah.
You kind of put yourself into a box when you're trying to do this bad boy thing. You've been in prison. You're known for certain things. So these young people are gonna be trying to break that. And I see them trying to break it in some ways now. They're trying to get jobs, but they got criminal. It's hard for them now. And I'm like, guys, we just need to think about it. We're in a society that's judging us before
you can have the jobs. Yeah, you're in a society that's judging you already. But more than anything right now, right? I'm gonna give this is gems. I'm gonna drop some gems, real spit. This is how I feel, bro. I feel like everybody has the ability, and I feel like everyone's purpose in life is to build their own empire.
I feel like
I really do believe that.
I feel like that.
I don't think that you should, put yourself on a pedestal. And like you said earlier about tapping into your inner self, right?
Yeah.
And being at one and understanding your purpose. Because once you do that, then you understand what you're good at. And then if you understand what you're good at, then you start capitalizing on that and trying to build on that. And you could build a whole franchise on the strength of what you're good at if you put your mind to it. And I don't think, because again, we don't have to. Like obviously, there's stepping stones. So if you need to work, go work, but make sure have a plan. Have a plan in that line, and focus on that. We don't be scared of failure. No. You get me? Because one of the key reasons why people disallow themselves to push for their own agendas and build their own empires is failure, bro. And it's a major thing, because what you want to do, you don't want to, if you've got a missus or whatever it is, people around you, you're saying, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be this, and you don't want to be that guy who doesn't end up doing it. Follow through.
Yeah.
But what are they doing? Why do you care so much about this person, bro?
Let me even touch on something, yeah? Enough of these youths that are standing outside the shops right now with a little bit of skunk in their pocket and a knife, yeah? All 10, 12 of them standing outside there. If you went up to them all with a microphone and said, young man, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? None of them are going to say, I don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
And it's
but
scary.
You see a couple of years before that,
right,
they all had goals and dreams.
Right.
I want to be a footballer.
Right.
I want to be a musician.
Right.
I want to be a carpenter.
Yeah.
Oh, my uncle does plumbing. I want to do that. They saw something they wanted to do.
Something, yeah.
They got into the road thing.
It's smoking weed.
It all lost. They lost all their goals, their ambitions. It all went. And I think that we need to, like, now the work that we do,
right,
we get these young men into a space, we let them have some, we talk to them, we show them the opportunities that are available to them. We look at the world in its entirety. Forget your own area, look at the world.
You see, when you said that, that's a point, you know, because there's a part in these guys in the kids' life,
yeah,
where things start going downhill.
Left.
So you see, you said that, yeah. What age do you think that is? Where they?
I think it's different for every young,
different
young
for
child,
everyone.
yeah. But around, let's say, you can say around 14, 15.
Right. So let's say around 14. So that's secondary school. They're in about year 9.
Year 9, 10.
Year 9, 10. So you want to start programs from year 7.
Intervention programs
Intervention programs from
early.
Innovative programs from year 7.
Really early
and
on.
Try to avoid anyone going down that path.
Yeah. And even like, come on, like we can start early with those young people, but then you've got guys like yourself and Tricky and other people that are right now trying to change the narrative for people that are a lot older.
Yeah.
That are a lot older and are still in this madness.
Yeah.
You gotta try. I can see.
I'm finding my feet though, Roach. I'm not really in a.
But people are trying to actually put stories out there and be real about what's happening.
Be real about things.
Yeah. People are trying to do things. I'm seeing it from Spray to everyone else. People that are trying to like say, listen, it doesn't have to. There could be a new way of living. There could be a new way of living for people.
Right.
Come on.
100%.
It's ridiculous. 100%. Spray said it. If you want your son to be a bad boy, you ain't been through enough. You ain't been through enough if you want that. If you want that, the same madness that you've been through, to say, go on, son, go on, get stabbed, go on. You ain't been through enough.
Yeah, cool.
Because you'd want better. You'd want him to be gone clear.
Right.
So what's the energy?
Right.
I mean, a lot of these men ain't my sons, but I want the same energy for them. As I would for my son. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
No,
and that's why I'm even on this interview with you to talk it, man.
Yeah,
to talk it.
Yeah, talk up the things.
Yeah, bro.
Talk up the things.
Why not?
And you're giving them the gems as well, Roach, man. And that's why I'm glad to have
you. We need it.
They need it. They need it. Because we, like you said, if you're already at one with yourself, you're in reality, you're a complete man.
I'm on a journey trying to get there. Thank you, Narst, but
you're complete with yourself then.
I'm trying
to get me.
It's still a journey. There's still things that are unresolved, but we're trying, man. Yeah. We're on it. We're not sleeping.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's something that we're focusing on, we're concentrating on. Because before, for so many years, I didn't have any concentration or any focus.
So moving forward, you've got projects out there which are there to help the youth and communities.
Yeah.
Talk about that. What's the name of the movement?
It's called the Special Project.
Right. It's called the Special Project.
Where we go and we find 10 young men in Newham.
Right.
10 young black men, because this is who the problem is mostly affecting at the moment.
Right.
So we find 10 young black men. And we want to help them transition and get themselves into some kind of entrepreneurship or some kind of progression. It could be education, it could be employment, but we want them to live safer, better, stress-free life. We want them to be able to buy a house on, get credit, go on holidays, drive nice cars, build businesses and run them and sustain them, and just not being stood outside the shop all day. We believe, when I see them, I believe there's so much more than all of this.
Right.
I believe you, man, can do so much.
Right.
You 5 here are running businesses anyway.
Right.
You're running businesses. You're making thousands of pounds a week. All we've got to do is change the product. That's all. And then you man have gone clear.
Right.
No one has to die. No one's going to prison. You man are going to be free. You're going to have children. And over time, you can see things getting better. So that's what we do. We bring them in. We build a relationship with them.
Yeah.
We go on trips. We pay them 300 quid a month.
Okay.
To help that. Say, look, this is a bit of pocket money.
Pocket money, yeah.
Yeah. We give them breakfast and lunch every day. Loads of education.
That's sick. That's dope.
Yeah. Literacy and numeracy. A lot of them didn't really do good in school.
How can the kids out there? Is it in one area?
It's in Newham.
In Newham.
Yeah, it's in Newham.
Yeah, right. So, how can the kids who might feel like this is a bit for them, get in touch with you?
We'll have to figure out.
Shall I put your gram? Shall I put your gram on there? We're gonna put the gram on the screen for those right now who want to get involved in the project with Roach.
But you know what's a shame
is we're gonna put the gram on there.
When it's put out there, that the project like that we do wants to help, because if you look on the news, you'll be hearing Piers Morgan and all those guys like last year and the year before talking about young black kids stabbing, shootings.
Right.
So when we try to help them now, there's no funding from anyone though.
Right.
You're not talking about black kids, this, that, rare, knife crime, black kids. Okay, cool. We've got projects that can help them. No one wants to fund it.
Right.
So that's another difficult thing, because to work with 10 young men is not enough.
Yeah.
We need us that work
But
with
it's
10
a
young
starting
men.
point though,
Yeah.
Roach. It's what you
We
can
need guys
do.
over there working with 10, guys over there working with 10, guys over there and before you know it, the communities are just getting better. People are
better.
running businesses, people are traveling around the world, just how it should be, just how the Chinese are on other groups of white or Indians.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's good. It's a good look that you're doing these things, and most importantly, Roach, when I look at you, I can see that this is where you are, or where you're at. This is your passion.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, and
do you know what it is? I guess we've struggled. I've personally struggled and seen so many others struggle in these streets or in the prisons, or just trying to deal with life the way it's been designed for us.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, what we're really, really gonna watch the next gen go through all of that. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get out and try and help.
You're gonna get out and help.
Try and help. I'm just gonna try. And it's a job as well, so I get paid. It's not.
No, of course.
I earn money as well. Support myself and my family.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just trying, bro. You know it's nuts out there. You know more than anyone.
There's. I feel like, listen, I respect you on beyond you know, any level. Well, the respect's there, and what you're doing is amazing. You feel
I'm
me,
not
bro?
perfect now. So it's not kind of like, you know.
No, you are, bro. Trust me. From where you're coming from, bro. You obviously, I'm gonna give you your flowers. You get me? Because I keep it true. You get me? And like, I have no reason to hold back anything, bro.
Of course.
So from what I've seen with your development and your growth, from when I heard about you to meeting you to now, I say, yeah, man, like, amazing. You've done well.
No, I respect
me,
man. I respect it.
You know, bro, you got to remember, there's man out here losing their minds.
Of course.
There's man out here turning to drugs. There's man out here doing weird, wicked things. And you're here trying to give back. So salute to you for that.
No, I respect that.
And taking the time to.
Come on.
You get what I'm saying, bro?
Love.
Come on.
No, love Narst.
Real spit.
You see them man as well, Narst. Like we need we need program to help everyone, bro. Like mental health is something that we can get around. I've been learning so much about mental health and anxiety and depression and how we can get.
That's a real thing.
How we can, you know, keep the mind get the mind in a better space. Yeah. Because mental health is another big problem that we're having. You know.
Right.
Like you said, sometimes when things is going on and your mind's not there, it gets hard to do all the responsibilities. Right. That's happened to all of us. Right. We've been through so much trauma that sometimes you might not feel like talking to anyone for the week, you know, or answering the phone for the week, or the things that we've been through will affect us in so many different ways. It comes out in different ways, you know, in our behaviours. Yeah. Because we've been through low. We've seen people dying from young ages. We've all been through bereavement and grief. Right.
We've all had fear. Fear, you know, pushed into us.
It's not natural. Let's put it that way. The way we've been living is not natural. Incarceration, the levels of violence is not natural. So it will have an impact on the way.
Let's talk about incarceration. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Both of us have been to the big house. Yeah. My last bird I done started. Well, I don't need to talk about it like that, but I went through. I think it was where was I? I went in Belmarsh, and then they shipped me to High Point, and I could honestly say that was probably going to be my last time.
Come on, man, touch wood.
Yeah, touch wood. I remember being a juvie in the cells and plastering my name everywhere.
Yeah, come on.
I've seen it somewhere. I'm writing Hungry Season.
I've seen it somewhere.
Every cell I'm in, I'm like Hungry Season.
No, I've seen it.
Like, these niggas got to know I'm here.
I've seen it.
I was that guy. Like Hungry Season, little nut, like 2008 or what 2000. Do you know them days there?
I can't remember where, but I've seen it now.
Bro, it hit me. I went up. Years later, done a bird. Yeah. You get me? And I knew in my, bro, because when I wrote my name on the wall the first time, one youth said to me, bro, you know that's bad luck. He said, if you write your name on the wall, you're coming back. That stuck with me. So when I went back, I never wrote my name. Right. Touch wood, like you said, since then I haven't been back, bro.
Give thanks.
But to the last bid I done in High Point, I realised, maybe it was my age, I don't know what it was. I quit so many things. You know, I had a child. My daughter Priya was on road. You know, I Mr. Heavy. Do you get what I'm saying, Mr. Because I know that I let her down.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having a child and being in jail.
Bro, you gotta understand. Some of these men don't understand. Like, you gotta prioritise and think before you act. Really, if you got kids, I'm 100%. Only talking about from my perspective because I got kids. And when my daughter when I went to prison, me and my daughter had such a strong relationship, Roachee.
Yeah. No, I see the way you are with your daughter, man. I see that
so
now.
powerful, that mirror and prayer. That I was all going, like, they had this thing in prison where you could go and like do a story. They would record you reading a story, like you could make your own story for your kid. I was doing shit like that, you know. Everyone's doing different things with their times in prison. Like, I'm worrying about like what I got to get back to and what's really mattered.
Come on.
This is when I realised, because some niggas, they don't really have that, bro.
I see you as a family man now, because I see you with all your kids. I always see you on the ground with all your kids.
And you know, like, when I'm trying to do this thing, I'm with the man, the circle I roll in, they got kids on the road. Why am I the only man trying to do these things for my kid? No, I'm telling them, like, you know, you can rare, and no one cares, bro. I'm the only one going down to that unit to pattern up this story, to tell my, like, I'm here, like, passionately. And it's like, these things, these experiences show, man, like, rah, you know what, maybe you're blessed in a way where, you know, you could be tough, but you still, you know, that, like, you're not lost
completely.
You're not completely lost. There's men out here that are completely lost.
It's a shame. Our thing is a mess. I've been saying it. Our thing is a mess.
I saw a dude, I'll never forget him. I was in Belmarsh. We're in the gym. This man had grey hair, but he was moving like a roadman. He was moving like 16. I'll never forget him.
Yeah, I've seen enough of that.
Bro, he's in the gym and he's moving like, he's got his hands in his trousers. I'm looking at him.
I've seen it.
Whoa! I'm like, you know, like, you start realising, you're like, is this what it can come to?
It can. Martin Herbert said it.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's walking around in the ring thinking, is this what it's gonna be?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Oh, is that what he was saying? Because it's real. Because you tap in to different, you know, levels of thinking. So when I saw this man, blatantly a South London youth, that man's lingo is different. You get me? He was just the South man. They like you see the shows called, you see the shows called Talk Up the Tings. Them man will be like, nah, blood, man can't. Man, don't talk too much. Man, don't talk too much. Yeah, nah, you know, they got that funny lingo.
Depending on who you talk to, boy.
But but differently, like, I was in there, and brother, I just see the way my man was moving, and I just thought it really can go that far.
Scary, bro.
I was a youth man, and he was, you know, black don't crack.
Yeah.
So in his mind, he probably feels he's still got his youth in him, because he was athletic. But you're old, bro.
Yes.
You're clearly old, and you're too old to be moving around us.
He wasn't able to show us anything.
He couldn't show me nothing. In matter of fact, he was acting like me.
You could have showed him something.
I could have showed him something if now. But at the time I was young.
Right.
So there's not much. I'm looking at him like secretly, like, right, what's wrong with my man? Do you get what I'm saying?
And I did see them OGs in there, man, and without even judging them, I just know that it's sometimes hard to break the cycle, and it's hard to them habits there. It's hard to break. But there were other guys in jail who were coming with that wisdom sometimes, man. There were some older brothers.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I spent some time with them. 100%. And they helped man a lot.
100%.
You get me?
100%. When I was in prison, Roach, another thing that was different to me, I lacked on how I used to my communication skills.
Right.
You feel me? So when I was in there, I went to the library, got my dictionary. See, when I'm watching TV and I hear a word I don't know, I write it down.
Sick.
I had my dictionary. I looked that shit up.
Come on.
I've even got the books to today. I should bring them on here. I'll bring these moments.
No, you're not simple now. You're not simple.
Not simple.
You're not simple,
bro. Because I start to understand. It's not a bossy thing. It's just the effort that I took to understand my weakness and strengthen that.
Come on.
If you understand your weakness, try to strengthen it.
Come on. Make it a strength.
It's free to do that.
Strength.
So when I was in there, because it annoyed me. I was so stupid that people could manipulate me. I was so stupid that you could wind me up without me knowing, and make someone else laugh at me.
Well, like, no, it's one up in my man's self.
Yeah, just talk to. Not in the prison. I wasn't stupid in the prison. I'm talking about in general.
Right.
I was stupid in general.
Right.
Like out on the roads. Like
right.
I was at an age and I was behind
Right.
You know, for my age, I was behind. Like,
the thing is with me,
you could come around me and you could aggravate me because someone else was there, and I wouldn't know that you're just doing it to show off.
Right.
And make me look stupid.
Get you.
So I had to strengthen my intellect. You get me?
Get
So
you.
when I was in the pen, these are the little steps that I took. I got the dictionary. Every word on the news that I didn't understand, I'd root that down, look it up in the dictionary, and I wrote down the meaning.
Come on.
You get me?
But that's why the bars are so hard now. Narst. That's why the bars are all nuts. That you come out. You've been one of my top 5 from early Narst. Like the bars have been nuts, bro. That's why anytime you shout me for a feature, I'm like, come on, you have to plaster me, get it done, because you're working on yourself, man.
Right.
From inside there. You get me?
School.
Can't sleep on it.
School wasn't. You know, I probably had you know, I couldn't. I was bad in school. You know.
What one did you go?
Fucking hell, Roach.
Yo, is it a bit warm? Is it making it?
No. I started off. My mum put me. I love my mum. My mum. Big up my mum.
Would you even call them schools?
No, I went to school. I started in some schools.
No, but see some of the schools I went to, I wouldn't even call them schools.
Yeah, they're not schools. Criminal used to laugh at, man, yeah. Because he said one time, he's like, "What? You're in year 11." He was like, "You're year 11, and you're bringing home homework that you have to colour in. Like you're doing colouring in." That's how fucked it was. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I won't disabled, retarded or nothing, but like, man, just was. I just didn't do well in school.
You wasn't interested in school.
I wasn't interested, but I want to talk my truth, because that doesn't mean that you can't push and build and become something.
Of course
you get what I'm trying to say?
Because you've shown that, you know.
I've developed after a while. You get me? That I realised that I had to learn. You know, I had to go and do my homework and study, bro, and to bring me up to a level where, you know, I was standard. You know, where I could actually communicate with people and understand.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And it worked.
Upskilled yourself.
And you know, when I'm in jail and I'm writing my aunt letters, I'm using all the words.
Fancy stuff.
I'm using all the fancy stuff.
Come on. She's like, nasty and write this.
She can't believe this shit. I'm writing all the shit that I learned.
So what you say, you started writing gal love letters after that? Is that
No, family. No, because gal are always like that. They don't give a fuck about what they probably won't even know what that shit means.
Come on.
Do you get what I'm saying? But my family, I want to show off what I'm keeping up with.
So you progressing in there. You was using your time.
I was using my time wisely in there, bro.
At times.
Yeah, these niggas, they were bullshitting, bro. And that's when I realised, like, cool, there's man in my age that there now, and look at where I am.
Yeah.
Look what I'm doing. Look what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And look what they're doing. They're posted up, hands in, like, not saying it's not a bad thing, but they're doing this. They're on the landing. Yo fam's in here and all of this. I'm watching you. And Famzini, Famarilis. Yeah, they're doing all of this stuff. I'm like, what the fuck are you even saying, bro?
You can't blame them. We were there now.
It's the streets.
But we were there.
I'm from the streets, but you have to understand, there's a time in it, you have to understand, you know.
We were there, Narst, man.
Maybe, like, look,
once upon a time, people were looking at us like, what the fuck? What are they doing? Yeah. We're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Because people might have been walking past me at my local shops thinking, but Richard's a bit smart though. What is he like? He's an idiot. What an idiot!
Yeah.
Look at him, just there with his hands in his trousers. Right. Trousers falling down. You know, 2 pairs, and the second pair is hanging past the lap. People probably thinking, what has happened here?
Right.
Smart boy. If people knew me from my school and my colleges, they'll know that this person is actually smart.
Yeah.
But the foolishness that I was doing is not smart. And even when I'm doing it, I'm knowing this is not smart. But once you're in something and you're not brave enough to say, like, yo, I'm out,
yeah.
then that's you, man. And I went to prison for it all, man, for that whole lifestyle man was trying to lead.
Yeah.
Man had to go and sit down.
To sit down. But that's good. That's the whole point of it as well. Because in a weird way, it's like, if you're a firm believer of God as well, there's a point where you have to go and sit down. Because you can't see. Because imagine if, like, in reality, if you don't sit down, and you're left out there to continuously do shit, you're gonna do something very crazy. Very crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
So
because to be honest, what man was willing and prepared to do started to it evolves. You know what I mean? It starts off with a street robbery, Starts off doing a bit of a bigger robbery.
Yeah. Right. And then you start bringing the waps to the
yards. Yeah, you get the weapons get bigger.
Yeah.
It only takes a matter of time before someone gets hurt. Enough to top me up.
Right.
It only takes a matter of time before someone really gets hurt, and before you know it, instead of getting 5s and 8s, man's getting 18s and 20s. It's happening to enough man. Right. And I feel fortunate, and I think that's why I do the work I do, because I feel fortunate that man didn't actually mess up man's life to the point where it's messed up. Right. And I'm spending numerous amount of years in jail. The criminal record that I would have had would have made life just so difficult. Life's difficult with what man's got. Yeah. But it could have been worse. I know brothers out here that they've made mistakes in the past, and today's so difficult for them. Yeah. Today is super difficult for them.
Yeah. Because they're now having to backtrack and like kind of clean up where they left off.
Yeah. And you know what society's like. You know, institutional racism and all these things. They're real things.
No. Yeah, systematic racism. Yeah, no, 100%. No, it is. It's
a real thing.
Again, my black brothers, I would always tell them like, just like, build your own.
We've got to
build your own empire. It's not hard. Like as hard as it is, you see some man. You see, like
when you say it's not hard, you believe it's not hard.
Listen to this. Shall I tell you what's hard? Go into the gym and benching 40 on each side.
That's difficult.
Yeah,
I get tired.
But they do it. Somehow you see them.
What are you saying? The determination, the discipline, everything is there for that.
There's man in the gym right now, like when they think up, they can't wait till lockdown's off. Because to put them plates on and
use that same energy.
Like, use that same energy, bro.
To build your business.
See all of that. What are you doing, really? What are you pumping? You get what I'm saying, bro? Pump that energy into an empire.
Yeah. It makes sense.
What are you doing? Why are we doing this? Because we can do push-ups at home. So we have the internet now. Yeah, you have the world in front of you. There's a new app called, I'm plugging this shit, called Biggle or something like that. Like, you might not know of it. My brethren showed me about it. It's called Biggle. People get paid just so that you can watch what they do.
There's loads of
the world's changing.
Yeah. So we said we're misdirecting our energy.
We're misdirecting the energy, Roach. So on this Biggle thing, right? I went on there today. I'm not gonna lie. And there was I'm in a group chat full of people.
Yeah.
I don't know none of these guys. There's about 6 of them. I've just entered it, and guess what was on there? There was some guy called no face _ Rafe, right? He's spitting drill. He's just in the Tings spitting drill. Yeah. I'm listening to him. I said, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
I said, "Bro, what's your name? Well, who are you?" Lee? And then he was like, "Oh yeah, bro. Who are you?" Like he's got that attitude. And I was like, you have to.
Young?
He's young, but I had to just come with that energy, let him know, say I'm not on all that. What were you doing? He was like, "No, I do this music." I said, "Listen, look up Can't Dodge the Smoke on Instagram." But I cut a long story short, but he started spitting to me, bro. He's cold. The dude's cold. I've followed him on Insta. I'm gonna post his thing and I'm gonna connect with him.
That's it.
Just like that.
Wicked.
But just like that, Roach.
Powerful.
You know, if I'm Drake and I share an interest in these apps as well. Yeah. And I go on there and I say this kid, it's just like that. You could end up in a position, you know, far more better than that you was from just being consistent. So I would recommend that all these guys with talent, carry your talent everywhere you go.
Definitely, man.
Everywhere you go. I learned that shit today, bro.
Yeah.
Just carry that shit with you, man. Spit bars down the high street now. We're living in a world, where, bro, you could be shelling on the high street. You see like what them guitarists do?
Yeah.
They're doing their things. Ed Sheeran came up like that. Don't get twisted, but you have to be dope. You have to be dope.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you
I'm not
going to say ABC guy and sit over there and do the thing. If you know you're cold and you're just unexplainably cold, but you don't have a platform to get on, go just bust up mic anywhere, bro, because anyone's listening.
That's what we used to do. We used to go to any youth club. It could be in any area and just want to laying down the place and let everyone know that man's got it.
Man's got the sauce.
Yeah, man's got the sauce. It could be anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
It's basically like the same thing.
Yeah.
Showcasing your talent. Alright, we're going to Stratford, we're going to showcase it over there. We're going to Canning Town, we're going to Devon's Road. You just want to showcase and let everyone know you've got something.
Right.
And I think that it's basically what you're saying. Like the youth need to adopt that same energy, man. If it's at the youth club on the roads or somewhere, bring the vibes.
Bring the vibes, 100%.
But if there's no support there to match it, they're gonna be like, what's the point though? Like,
100%.
you olders ain't gonna do nothing. There's no platforms.
Right, exactly. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
We got to help out,
We
man.
gotta help out, and also right now you don't even need don't look for the handout. These up and coming artists, don't look for a handout. You don't need it. You can genuinely, I swear to God, right? I went on this unknown app and ended up just linking up with this youth who I now know is cold. So just like I could have done that, it could have been someone in a much more fortunate position than I am. Boom, that's it, and it just changes your whole life.
No man, big up that guy, man. Big up that guy.
He was in it, bro. And let me tell you the situation. There was a girl in one page,
yeah,
and there was there was people online, but they're not showing their faces. They
like a clubhouse thing.
It's like a clubhouse thing, but it's called Biggle. But some people may know what I'm saying. Right. So you got this bird. She's just there.
Yeah.
It's her. She's the host.
Come on.
And then you got everyone else around just watching her. So I've just tapped into her thing. There's a drill rapper there, and he's just spitting. I'm like, yo, bro, where you from? He said, I'm from Northwest. I said, okay, you're local. This thing must understand where I am.
Yeah.
It knows me personally, this app. It must know me personally. I've tapped into something that is probably my culture, probably my race, my interests. These things, they're not silly. You put in the thing and it comes up, innit?
Yeah.
He's spitting, bro, he's cold. I just said, bro, he's so cold that some other don logged in whilst he was spitting and said, bro, you have to lick that back, like take that back. He said, I only come in to say that and I'm out. And he ducked out of the live. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was like, bro, we're living in a new day.
It's a brand new day.
Bro.
Brand new day, man. I was raving in my house the other day with what's his name, Continental GT at a rave on a Saturday. I was in there I was raving in my yard on live. We're all messing each other in the live. What you saying? You good, yeah? And I'm like, look at this, on my ones in my yard raving. Yeah. This is mad. It's a brand new day.
No, but not a lot of people can do. You can do that because you get me. You're like me.
Turn up.
We can turn up. We don't need
wicked
vibes.
night. We are the Continental GT and everyone that was in that live. It was mad.
Continental GT on the house.
Pioneer done. Oh my god, it was.
Do you know what? Who else is well? Big up Hitty. Is it Hitty? Hitty DJ. Yeah, big up Hitty. He's around that circle. He's another DJ as well. Before we wrap up, let me
talk some music, man.
Let me talk some music.
Black stuff.
We've been talking
the kids. We spoke a lot about the kids.
No, we're grown men.
No, we are.
I'm all good for it.
No, we're grown men.
I'm here for that.
We're adults now.
I'm here for that.
We're adults.
I'm here for the reality.
I respect that.
I'm here for the reality.
I love that, Narst.
You get me?
Not enough man are trying.
I don't care about all of that. So again, Scorcher.
Jeez. Big up Scorcher.
Roach, you know I'm gonna go there.
No, go there.
I'm gonna go there. Yeah, big up Scorcher first and foremost. There was once upon a time you made a war dub for him. How did that come about?
Fucking hell. I think Lord of the Mics was coming, a new one. Yeah. And then everyone started tweeting as they do every year. I think it happened a year before about man getting on there. Roach getting on there and who should man clash. And I don't know how it started to come about. People started atting me and Scorcher in the same tweets, like you man should go at it.
So it was it was like a public demand.
Yeah, I don't know who. Yeah. I don't know if another MC kind of put it that way, but then it started to catch a little bit of traction. Yeah. So boom, I think I must have tweeted, yeah, I'm on that. I'm on that. We could do that. Yeah. Like that would be sick, kind of thing. Like I wouldn't mind jumping on Lord of the Mics at that time. Right. And I think I must have got a call from Jammer. Yeah.
Shout out Jammer.
Yeah, shout out Jammer.
Yeah, shout out Jammer.
And I think he was he either asked me. Now we're gonna have to draw him out. I think he said we're gonna have to draw him out. I think it'll be a good clash. Yeah. We're gonna have to draw him out. We're gonna have to get a dub going.
I'll be honest. Just hold your thought there.
All right.
When I hear Scorcher and Roachee verse, automatically you think that's gonna go down. Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
I think it would have been a good one. Man.
Yeah. But go on, carry on.
Yeah. So these are what I remember hearing like. So I think I might have said to him, I'll think about it, kind of thing. Yeah. I think I rang one of my closest at the time, and he said, "Lick his head off, fam.
Lick him down.
Lick his whole
like ice cream.
wig off."
Yeah.
I think the person at the time rated his music, but maybe he didn't rate him. I don't know. Yeah. So he's like, "Let's go. You should go for it." I was like, "I'm not too sure, you know." Like, I think I got another call from Jammer. I think I was easily egged on. I think you could just, if you egg me on, like, I'll do it.
Yeah. No, but something must have been bubbling. It must have been bubbling, and he just put like
I think I was on this whole fuck it thing.
He added the fuel to the fire. That's what it sounds like.
Ooh,
Jammer.
potentially. I think all the tweets.
Yeah.
And then Jammer being in my ear, and then my other guy saying, yeah, you should do it, you should do it. I think there's a few people saying, like, write a dub for him, like, draw him out kind of thing, like, get him to clash, he'll clash you, like, it'll be a sick clash, it'll be a good idea. I think, 8 bars turned to 16, 16 turned to 32, before we know it, we got the dub.
Yeah.
I think I rang a message Jammer.
So, you made the dub plate amongst Jammer and that?
No, just in my yard, just me. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, just me.
Yeah.
Look for a beat, found a beat, went studio, got it done. Rang Jammer, said, yeah, the dub's done.
Yeah.
Sick, I'm coming.
He's
I think
coming.
next day he came in and Ratty.
Yeah, of course. Same.
Filmed the ting.
Same day. Yeah.
Filmed the ting, man.
Yeah.
The excitement was mad. Yeah, bruv. That's how it come about.
So, you got offered the opportunity to clash. You fought Scorcher. Is that correct?
I think people said they want me in Lord of the Mics,
Right.
and they think it should have been him.
Oh, right. So the public
was saying,
the public decided that you and Scorcher should clash,
yeah,
and then you spoke to Jammer about it,
yeah.
and then you've gone back and wrote your thing.
I put it down.
Come back, and Jammer's heard it.
Yeah.
And
Gassed.
what was Jammer's reaction like?
He went crazy. He said, "We're coming. Me and Ratty are coming." He went
But
mad.
he heard it and went crazy.
So this is
Yeah.
madness.
I would have done the same thing though, because you're onto a winner, bruv.
Yeah. It was,
When
it was a mad dub.
I told when I first heard that dub, I'm not gonna lie, I just wanted him to reply so you could get into it. Do you get what I'm saying?
I was sitting there thinking the reply's gonna be so mad.
I was thinking, please reply so we can just see it, because that's what most people, like the audience, want to see. Like for instance, with Chip and Stormzy, right? They want to see Stormzy reply.
Of course.
Because they can get into it.
Cool.
So I'm just like I'm just a fanboy at this point. I'm a fanboy.
Yeah, you're being entertained. You want to be entertained.
I just want to see this smoke. But there was a few highlights in there where I thought, like, the things you were saying, it was like a serious war dub.
Right.
You're getting onto him. You got your foot on his neck at all times. Like the whole from that 140 BPM started to the end, you had your foot on his neck, 100%. It's not like that with every dub plate,
right?
Roachee. It's not like that. Sometimes you're like, oh, that one punchline was sick, or that flow was sick.
And I felt like
everything about that dub was crazy. Everything about it was crazy.
I went easy. Do you know why? Because I'm thinking, this dub's coming out of nowhere. Let's not go too hard.
Yeah.
This dub's coming out of absolutely nowhere. We're gonna take it easy. The first dub's gonna be easy.
Me and my brethren Bossman, shout out Bossman, he knows, innit? Like, I can only talk my truth. When that shit come out, bro, we was battering that on repeat, you get me?
Come on.
We had that shit on repeat, like that bit. No. We like, oh, I reckon Stutter's 4-year-old daughter or punch up Scorcher.
Sorry, Stutter, man.
It was, no, big up Stutter, man. His daughter's probably about 14 now.
She's a big girl, man, big up.
Yeah,
big
see? Up. Yeah, again, like, that was crazy times, you get me? Like,
definitely, man, definitely.
How would you feel? Why do you think he didn't reply though?
I mean, at the time, like you said, the dub was nuts, cuz.
Yeah.
I might not have replied.
Yeah.
The dub was a bit nuts. If that's.
Do you think he was shook?
I don't want to. It's wrong to assume. It's wrong to assume what position or what state of mind he was in at the time. I think he was trying to do. I think he had his own plans.
Yeah.
I don't think that was part of the plan.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a part of the plan. And if I remember rightly, he put me on his mixtape beforehand. We'd even spoke on the phone, and he showed man mad loves and ratings. So I think he just felt the dub was coming out of nowhere, and I don't think he appreciated it.
But again, it's not like you didn't rate him, because you said in the song.
No, I rate him.
You know, I'll be honest. When you said that, you said something, but there's just no other worthy contestants. I'm an artist, you know. I thought, why didn't you send for me then? Like, there's probably, if you was locked into that, you would think, so what, you don't think I'm good enough?
Yeah, no.
Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
I feel you now.
So there was a lot of, you know, a lot of so much heat and fire in that dub, yeah, that it even though it was fired at him, there was probably artists in the crossfire watching that thinking, all right, so what, you don't think I'm good enough for you to clash?
Yeah.
You know?
Come on.
So it was a serious dub, so
I could have got cornered. Someone could have tried to corner me.
Someone could have said, well, I'm a worthy contestant.
Yeah.
When I make an entrance, you get me? And then came in that way. But yeah, again, man, like, big up Scorcher.
Yes, come on.
Big up Scorcher.
Big up Scorcher.
You get me? Big up Scorcher.
I see he's doing his thing.
That was a big time. That was a big moment. You get me?
Yeah.
And I'm honest in it. I do think he should have sent back.
I wish he did. And I wouldn't have minded if I had the clash as well. And the maddest thing is I've not listened to the dub since then.
Yeah.
I don't know how many years ago that was, probably like 8, 9, 10. And I haven't heard a dub since then. 10 years I haven't heard a dub. Probably heard a dub 3 or 4 times when I made it, and I ain't heard it again since.
So before we wrap it up, Roach.
Yeah.
I want you to give some advice to some of the up and coming artists in the music, and also to the youth in the streets at your own pace when you're ready.
For the young musicians, what I would say is self-belief is everything. I think a lot of us artists on our journey didn't believe in ourselves enough, and I think that stopped us from doing certain things sometimes, doing certain tunes, you know, being brave enough to, you know, come out your comfort zone and do something you wanted to do, spit a bar that you didn't want to, didn't think that people would appreciate yet. Whatever it is as an artist that you were trying to do, self-belief, man. Because I remember being young and seeing Wiley have the most amount of self-belief, walking into labels, like kicking the door, saying,
the things.
I want 20 grand. I've got this CD. Yeah. Want 20 grand. I know it's worth.
Right.
And that energy, I've never seen that before. Like, wow, he knows his worth. Yeah. He knows how much he's worth. He knows that he's worth something.
He's worth something.
Where most men are on the blocks, like I said, with a bit of skunk in their pocket and a knife, believing they're worth less. Right. They're not worth anything. No one cares about them. Society doesn't care about them. There's no point even trying to do something proper.
Right.
Self-belief is what I think.
What you encourage them to believe in. Yeah.
It's everyone. It could be their family. It could be themselves. You know, working on themselves. I mean, no one can do it for you, man. But believe in yourself is what I would say. That's to the young musicians and to the young men on the street. I would say, like Narst was saying earlier on the way up here, a lot of men are ready to risk it all for like 8 bills. You might have run off of 8 bills that you had for me, and then I find you and I chef you up until the point where you lost your life. And I was saying, for a lot of man, 8 bills is 2 weeks' wage, because enough man earn between £1,600 and £2 grand a month.
Right, talk up the things.
8 bills is like 2 weeks' wage, and you're gonna spend like 35 years in jail for 8 bills, 2 weeks' wage. It doesn't make any sense. I said to the young G's, don't throw it away. Life is long, life is to be lived, and you should be out here enjoying yourself, man. Like, don't throw it away
talk up the things, man.
Yeah, understand why you're fighting, man. Live your life.
No,
that's my advice.
Roachee, do you know what? It's a pleasure. An absolute,
But now I would love to come on here and talk about the music properly.
Yeah, we will.
I've been Hong Kong.
It's just the beginning. You know what the vibe is. You know the vibe. Roachee, big up yourself for coming on the show, man.
Yourself, Narst, man. Keep it up.
It's been a pleasure, and again, stay positive. Keep doing what you're doing. I know you're heavy in the streets, influencing the community to do the right things. And again, there you have it. Talk up the things. Big up Roachee, myself, Narst, your host. Let's get it. Bow.